Okay, welcome back. How was the exercise? Now we know the stages of mosquito development. We have 4 stages as indicated. I would like you to compare your sketch with what I have on the screen. Do you have the arrows showing the direction of development, the adult laying eggs, to the larvae, pupa, and finally to the adult mosquito? Now, I want you to look at this video. You have 5 minutes to watch this video.
Such as discarded tires, cans, buckets, etc. The female mosquito lays small cigar-shaped eggs which are soft and white. Most species lay eggs that are stuck together in rafts of 100 or more eggs. Normally, the eggs are white when first deposited, then darken to near black within a day. They will hatch in 1 to 3 days depending on the temperature. When the larvae are ready to hatch, they use a small temporary tooth on their heads to break open the egg along a suture. Larvae swim either through propulsion with their mouth brushes or by jerky movements of their entire bodies, giving them the common name of wigglers. Most species of mosquito larvae spend most of their time hanging upside down on the surface, sucking in oxygen through a siphon tube used for breathing. They also have an abdomen, thorax, and eyes. The larvae must live in water from 7 to 14 days depending on water temperature. Larvae shed their skin 4 times, after which they become pupae. Mosquito pupae are commonly called tumblers, which is a resting non-feeding stage. They must take in oxygen from time to time through 2 breathing tubes known as trumpets. They have short, curved bodies with antennae, eyes, legs, wings, and an abdomen. The pupal skin splits along the top of the case when the adult mosquito is ready to emerge from the pupae stage. The adult mosquito slowly and carefully works its way out of the pupal case. The newly emerged adult rests on the surface of the water for a short time to allow itself to dry and all its parts to harden. The wings also need to spread out and dry properly before the mosquito can fly. Adult mosquitoes are made up of a head with 2 large compound eyes, a thorax, and a pair of scaled wings.
Okay, welcome back, my students. How was the video? Did you get any information from the video during my earlier presentation? Did you see the mosquito laying eggs in the water? Okay, that is good. Now, let's take them stage by stage. So stage 1, we have the adult mosquito. And I said it lays eggs in a cluster. So you could see the cluster of mosquito eggs. They are laid on the surface of water. When the eggs are laid, the color is white, as you can see, but within a day, the color changes. The second stage is the mosquito larvae. The larvae are also known as wrigglers or wigglers. The head is turned upside down. This is the siphon. From the keywords, I said those are the words that we are going to use. So now you can see the siphon, that is where the mosquito breathes. The mosquito larvae, that's where it takes air from the surface of the water. So they are suspended beneath the water surface and using the siphon to breathe. The third stage is the pupa. The third stage is the pupa. And here, the case in which the pupa lives is called cocoon. Here is the resting stage for the development of the mosquito. The mosquito at this stage does not eat. It does not take any food. But after some days, it changes from this stage into the adult stage, and that is what we call metamorphosis. That is changing from one stage to another in the life cycle of any organism. And the final stage is the adult mosquito. So here, the mosquito emerges from the pupa, that's from the cocoon of the pupa, spends some time on the surface of the water, waits for some minutes before the wings dry, and it starts its journey from there. This is the adult mosquito. And the parts are proboscis, antennae, head, thorax, wings, legs, 6 of them, and abdomen. I would like you to take a critical look at this, because we shall visit this in our next lesson. Now, what are we going to use all the knowledge that we have acquired based on the understanding that we've had with the lesson? Why do I have to walk you through this lesson? What are the benefits? Okay, now let's look at the career orientation of what we have discussed. And science is learned to solve problems. We apply scientific knowledge in order to solve problems. And before we'll be able to solve problems, we must understand the concepts. Knowing the facts And looking at the indicators, then we come out with a solution. So from this lesson, I expect you to have several ideas. I want you to write them. But these are the few careers that we can get if we learn science, especially the life cycle of mosquito. So from here, you can become a public health professional, trying to understand how diseases are spread and taking care of the sick. You have doctors in the operation room, which I know most of you want to become medical doctors. Yes, there is also a science teacher like myself, trying to impart knowledge on learners. You also have a detective, a scientist, trying to analyze samples in order to make a decision. So these 4 areas and many more can help us if we learn what I'm teaching you seriously. Now, let's look at what we've learned so far. We'll be able to study the life cycle of a mosquito. And we said there are 4 stages. 1, eggs, larvae, pupa, and the adult mosquito. It's a cycle because you move from one stage to the other. Now, take your jotter and let's do the following exercises. 1, draw and label the life cycle of a mosquito. We are taking this home, this our homework for this activity. You draw and label the life cycle of the mosquito. That is all I have for you today. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.